Good morning, you guys. It is about 11 o'clock and I am starting to make that food that I need to. So it is the week of 4th of July. 4th of July is on Thursday. We're going to a family place and my dad asked if I'd make enchilada casserole, which is a family staple. My grandma made it for the longest time and she taught me, and I love learning the recipes from my grandparents and keeping those alive in the family. And so basically I'm going to make enchilada casserole. I'll show you what it is. It's so easy, it's so cheap, and it feeds a lot of people. It's great. I would also maybe call it enchilada lasagna because it's a layered casserole and it doesn't look like enchiladas, but we are making the filling and then we will assemble and freeze it because by the time I drive there on Wednesday, those will like start thawing out in the car but still good, and then we'll put them in the refrigerator and we'll eat them on Thursday for lunch or dinner, probably lunch. So I'm gonna show you how all of this works. It's great to have with a side salad or like guacamole, all that stuff. You can eat it with chips, it's so yummy. But we are making enchilada casserole. You're gonna love it. Let's get to cooking. I'm so cringed by myself from this video. So enjoy the ridiculous. Okay, so I typically make this in like a big pan, but because of like a big sauteing pan that's flat, but because of making so much, I'm gonna put it in this big pot. Okay, I'm gonna turn my pot on. Woo! But we've got a lot of beef to cook. So I'm gonna cut this open and get to it. That just happened. I just burnt this towel. Ah! Annoying. There we go. There's the onions. Hello. I've come to realize I'm trying to feed like 18 to 22 people. And that's about how much a group of duggars are. The Duggar family. Comment below if you know the Duggar family. You watch 19 Kids and Counting. I did. I know all of their names. Josh, Jana, John David, Jill, Jessa, Ginger, Joseph, Josiah, Joanna, Jedediah, Jeremiah, Jason, James, Justin, Jackson, Johanna, Jennifer, Jordan, and our littlest one, Josie. Pretty sure that I got them all. You can fact check me if you want to, if you so desire. But this is how they cook, like on the daily for all those people. This is just like one of our family like get-togethers, which it's basically like a all cousins, aunts, uncles reunion every year, 4th of July, and this is a lot just for like one group, but that's the Duggars Daily. That's the Duggar Daily. They should make like a news podcast or something called the Duggar Daily. That'd be cool. Anyway, pro tip number 2, whenever you are draining like animal fat, get a container and then use either, actually I can use this, use either a vegetable bag or maybe even like a grocery bag, and you put it in that container and then you fill it up and you can throw it in the garbage. And there's no mess, because like straining fat can be super messy sometimes. So I'll show you exactly how I do this. So my fire's off, and I'm just gonna take my towels or whatever, and I'm going to hold the lids, or hold the sides, and I'm gonna hold the lid just enough where the fat can come out. And I'm going to strain that fat out. There's so much fat. I knew it was gonna be a lot. I'm gonna add my onions to, like, you know, whenever you get in your 50s, 60s, or like 80-year-olds, you have like high blood pressure, or your cholesterol may not be good. I know that I don't have the best cholesterol. I feel like I'm so unfamiliar with other parts of the country where I'm like, oh, you don't have HEB, you don't have Whataburger. Like, I feel like Texas just tries to be different. So this is like a staple to put in every single recipe. Is that a thing in other states? Like Kansas, do you do this? Oklahoma, you're close enough to Texas. I just am curious. Is Rotel just a Texas thing? Okay, now we're adding our cream of mushroom. And I'm doing 4 cans for each. Typically in one recipe, you'll have just a can of each of these things. So 1 can of Rotel, 1 can of cream. 1 can of Rotel, 1 can of cream of chicken, and then 1 can of cream of mushroom. Okay, so that is all the cans of cream of chicken, and I added a can of water. I'm gonna mix it up. It's been mixed. Now we're gonna add the cream of mushroom. Okay, so I mixed it again with the cream of mushroom. I'm gonna add a can of water, and we're just gonna let it sit for a little bit to combine. Okay, step, I'm not sure what step we're on, but we are going to be tasting this to make sure it tastes great. It's like turned a palish pink orange color. We're gonna taste it, try it out, see if it needs any more salt or like taco seasoning. Making sure that I don't get too much. Okay, I feel the heat in the back. They always request, make it with Velveeta. And we're gonna do that. So we will assemble. Okay, I've got my setup going. So this is gonna cook in the oven at 350, 375 for about 30 minutes. So we're just going to add it some cheese. This is that Velveeta. I sliced it and I'm just breaking it apart, but repeat the layer of tortilla, meat, and cheese, and then you're ready to put it in the oven.